My name is Rohit Joshi and I am heading the IT infrastructure for a company. My company is basically a manufacturing company and it is based out of India. The user base that my company is having is around 3,000 to 5,000. So Cisco ISE is something which we have started adopting a couple of years back. Cisco, there's a history behind that. So the company in which my domain, the domain in which my company is working is something which is of extreme importance to cybersecurity. Now there was a clear instruction given to us from our management that there should be an environment where there is a zero trust policies to be applied. Now there were various things that we have explored at that time, that what could be the various options through which we can bring in zero trust. So the first level of zero trust that we wanted to bring in is on the network zero trust. So we have reached out to Cisco at that time and they have told us that there is a very nice things that can be done around the software defined access and the integration of Cisco ISE. And that was the time when we started doing a lot of POCs around it, that what are the use case that we can implement. I'll touch upon the use case in a few minutes, but yeah, that is when we actually have get in touch with Cisco and they have told us that this ISE is the product which can give us the network level zero trust. So now if I'll just drill it down, so when we say zero trust architecture, first thing is that we wanted to have a network authentication done on a certificate basis. So that was the first use case, that only those machines which are there in my network which is having a domain based certificate should be allowed to join to my network. My enterprise network should not allow anybody from outside. That was the first. Second use case was that we had to do the posturing of my endpoints. I wanted to ensure that the machines which are connected to my machine, to my network, are having proper antiviruses installed, proper software installed, and the operating system is also something which is permissible. And that is where we started to doing the posturing part of it. So that was the another use case. And the third part is around the access part of it. For example, we have multiple departments in our company, and we wanted to restrict access of particular user group to particular IT applications. So that was a third use case that we have done through ISE. So this posturing is something which is coming out to be a very outstanding feature. Now the earlier features like network authentication and all, there were certain other tools also available which could do that. The posturing was something because the nature of industry that we are in, there are people who are going outside for work, their machines are at times not in the network and not patched properly, and we don't know when they are coming back whether the machine is in a good state, whether the antivirus installed on those machines are still stand good or not. So what we have done is that this posturing is something we have made a baseline policy, that whenever a machine is coming back to our network, it should have this level of operating system, this level of security patches, this level of antivirus installed, this level of DLP installed. So this posturing we could have done with the help of Cisco ISE, which I can say stand out to be one of the very great features that we applied. The first benefit, as I told you, that we could implement zero trust architecture. Because of that, I can assure to my CISO in my company that yes, my network is such that nobody can just bring in their laptop or desktop or any sort of mobile device and can directly get connected to my network. So that is first benefit, that I'm only allowing the people who I am trusting on the network. Second thing is that I also know that at times what happens is that when an infected machine comes into the network, there are very high chances that the infection travels laterally. So now, since I am doing the posturing part of it, I know that I am not allowing anything which is not safe, and hence I am able to safeguard my network. I must say that Cisco ISE, now there is one story which is the network authentication, there is one story which is the application authentication. I think Cisco ISE integration with Cisco ACI is something which can be done in a less complex way, and the simplification in that area may help us doing good. Detect and remediate my network, yes. ISE is enabling me to detect any external threat that is coming to my network. Remediate, since I'm doing the posturing, I'll give you an example. Let's say if a machine is coming to my network which is not qualifying as per my baseline policy, I have a policy made that the machine is directly getting redirected to my servers where it can be patched, where it can be remediated, so that I am ensuring that before the machine is giving full access to my network, it is fully patched and secure. Certainly. See, the entire idea of having ISE is to enhance the cybersecurity resiliency. The very term that I am keep using, the zero trust architecture, this is something which is being coined by the cybersecurity team itself, and it was a task given to us in the infrastructure space that how we can bring in the resiliency in the cybersecurity through network, and yes, ISE was the solution to that. So there are various dimensions to cybersecurity. Obviously, the first thing is that how we are entering to a network, and second is that let's say if we have entered, that what are we doing with those particular use cases. So my recommendation would be that we have not only be focusing on the north-south traffic, that is what is coming from outside to inside through a normal network pane, we should also be vigilant about what our internal users are bringing in from outside. So my advice would be that we have to be vigilant not only from the outside traffic, sometimes the internal users can also post some traffic, and we have to be ready with that. So see, we are a Cisco shop for, I'm sure, more than 20 years now, and Cisco is a company, which we can trust in each and every aspect of work that we do together. So for anything or everything that we are doing on the network part, Cisco is always our first partner, and we are very observant towards the kind of solutions Cisco is providing us. It is very feature rich, it is very easy to implement, it is, it can be, its longevity is there. So when our first choice was to go directly to Cisco and seek their guidance on that. That is a given case that Cisco is not cheap. Cisco is something which comes at a cost. We have various products in the market which are competing to Cisco, and they are, I'm sure, up to 30-40% cheaper also, and they offer equal, not equal, but maybe 60-70% of the features what Cisco offers. But the differentiator is the kind of engagement that Cisco does with the customer. They will prove the value, what we call as the POV. The proof of value is very well given by Cisco when we choose them. So pricing wise, they are still a premium one. The licensing is something which is conducive. I feel that the licensing what Cisco offers is quite flexible now. My company is having an enterprise agreement as far as the licensing is concerned, so I can see various benefits that I can use anytime any product of Cisco, and it can be built to me at the later stage. So yeah, I'm quite cool with the licensing of Cisco. I think, I can say one thing that in the cybersecurity space, return on investment is something which is very difficult to justify. ISE is something which is a pure network cybersecurity resiliency solution. So I may not say that return on investment is something which we should find out in this case. But yeah, I can definitely assure my management that by implementing this, we are good in the overall cybersecurity posture. Cisco is having a very good partner support and their own support. So what I have noticed is that the first level of defense is always coming from the partner ecosystem that Cisco has built. And there are plenty of partners that we are working with along with Cisco. And anything or everything that we are stucking anywhere, these partners are there always to support us as a first level of support, or L1 and L2 support is something which partner gives us. And obviously, when we feel that there is an issue which is to be escalated to the L3 or Cisco TAC, yes, they are always available, and we do have a very good engagement with Cisco enterprise teams, the account directors. We do have dedicated people who are working with us from the Cisco team. So anything that is getting escalated, we always have their support. I would say that Cisco is somewhere in 8 to 9. I'm saying this because we have seen a lot of cases in the last 8-10 years. When I say lot of, it was not the production down issues, but yes, whenever we wanted to have their support, we could get that. We also have a customer success team attached to us, which actually directly work with the backend tech support team, and they ensures that whatever help we need, whatever solution we need in terms of the problem solving, we are getting it on time. See, stability of ISE is good. Again, it is a cybersecurity product. If you see again, the ease of working is always indirectly proportional to the kind of security software that you introduce. So the stability of software is there. Yes, it needs a lot of fine tuning, but that is the part and parcel of the deployment. The new things are coming, new technologies are coming, new softwares are coming. It needs a calibration of the Cisco deployment that we keep on doing, but more or less, yes, it is a stabilized product. So it is a very scalable product. I'll say that the deployment of Cisco ISE is completely on the number of endpoints or concurrent endpoints that we are having. So if today, let's say if I'm having a 3,000 endpoints, and tomorrow if I'm having 5,000 endpoints, it's just a matter of buying a license and upload it. So scalability is not a problem at all. Our model is completely on-prem. We have every solution of Cisco, whether it is ISE that we're talking about, it is any of the networking solutions that they have, whether it is the App Dynamics, whether it is the Stealth Watch, all those things are something which we have implemented on-premise. In that particular space of zero trust architecture, specifically for the network authentication, this is one of the tools to go for. I would say that it would be somewhere to the tune of 8 out of 10. Again, because of the ease of deployment, the support.